Ben Askren is sadly back in the hospital. He posted a video on Instagram explaining what's going on.
Well, as you guys can probably tell, I'm not home anymore, unfortunately. I had my first checkup this morning. They didn't like the way the last chest tube would. Thought I was infected. Put me on some antibiotics, and then a few x-rays, and hopefully get this solved fast. But, right, Stockdale paradox, it wasn't always going to be smooth. It wasn't always going to be easy. It wasn't going to always be all the way up. So hopefully this is a small hiccup, then I'm back home. You guys appreciate it.
Man, this is just tough to see. Ben's been through so much already. We really hope he recovers soon and gets better fast. Robert Whittaker has now spoken out after his split decision loss to Reinier de Ridder.
G'day everybody, it's a couple of days since the fight. Thought I'd give you all an update. I'm disappointed, but I'm not disheartened. There were a lot of things I liked about the fight, there were a lot of things I didn't, but I'm going to take it all, head back to the gym, sit with the team, pick it apart, and then get back on the horse. That's all you can do. Congratulations to de Ridder. He had a particular game plan and he executed it well. It got him the win. It is what it is sometimes, but yeah, I'm gonna learn from this experience and move forward. I do want to say thank you very much to everyone that supported me, to all the fans out there and my supporters and friends and family that support me day in, day out. Thank you very much. Without you guys, picking me up, sending me the kind of messages on a win or a loss, you guys are my heart, and I appreciate that. Also, my sponsors, all my sponsors, I want to say thank you very much to you guys. Paved the way for me between fights, and wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. But this isn't the end of Robert Whittaker. This is just another learning curve, another speed bump. I'm going to spend some time with my family now. We're going to go. Going to spend some time with my family. Going to just rest, recover a little bit, and then hopefully get back on an Australian card. It's been a while, and I'm honestly feeling I'm longing for it. It's been a while since I fought Australia, and I'd love to fight here again. It's time. But that's me. Thank you very much.
You can really feel the pain in Rob's words. He gave it his all, but things just didn't go his way this time. Now, Caio Borralho is stepping in as the backup fighter for du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. Originally, Nasruddin Imavov was supposed to be the backup, but he pulled out. He reacted on X and didn't hold back. He posted, "Backup Caio Borralho, good only to take my leftovers. You'll always come after. You'll always stay behind me. It's your destiny." Caio didn't stay quiet. He fired back with, "The #1 contender, okay bro," adding some laughing emojis. This beef is heating up fast. Let's see if these two actually end up meeting in the octagon. Michael Bisping had something interesting to say. He compared Reinier de Ridder to Dricus du Plessis. Bisping thinks both of them fight in a strange way, but somehow it works. Their styles might look awkward, but hey, they get the job done.
He's tough as thing. I walked in from the airport last night. Callum came downstairs to have a little chat, and he talked about the fights because he watched them, and he's like, de Ridder, he's like, he looks terrible. Okay.
we even said it on, you said it on the broadcast. He said,
he said he looks terrible.
Confused. Yeah.
He said, but my God, he's effective, isn't he? And he said he looks like the type of guy that you just hate to fight. I said, I totally get it. Kind of awkward rhythm, very tall, very long, awesome on the ground, a ridiculous chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just, and I bet he's strong as hell as well. I said to Callum, I said, he's actually a really cool guy. When you speak to him, he's a very, well, we've had him on the podcast. He's a cool guy. I like talking to him. He's got a good sense of humor. And it's kind of like Dricus du Plessis. Dricus gets on quite a lot, looking a little awkward or a little sloppy, call it what you will. But goddamn, is he effective? And so is de Ridder. I am telling you, man. Fair play. Fair play. That's a big win.
Those two right there. Comparing, I was just going to say that it's very similar to what Dricus does, where, it's not exactly textbook technique, but man, it's MMA. Being awkward and unorthodox when you're a good grappler, when you're strong, when you're tough, that's really all you need to do. You don't need to have the cleanest boxing. It's not a boxing match. It's not a kickboxing match. It's not a jiu-jitsu match. It's how do you put all those things together and be effective, and it's a fight.
It's crazy how styles like that can look messy and still dominate. TJ Dillashaw also jumped in and broke down what Corey Sandhagen needs to do to beat Merab Dvalishvili. That's going to be a huge bantamweight title fight coming up at UFC 320 in October.
Yeah, okay, so if I'm Sandhagen, right? So Sandhagen definitely needs to stay away from standing in front of him. He's got to use his angles. He needs to be outside of Umar's shoulders, right? So think about it like, this is a track, right? If his shoulders are lined up right here, this is my track. I need to be outside these tracks, right? That train's gonna go straight and back. I need to be outside the tracks so that he can line up his strikes better without being threatened of getting taken down. Because you know that Merab's gonna threaten. But as long as he can stay outside the shoulders, he's got a lot better chance of not getting taken down and staying off the cage. And then at the same time, when Merab gets dangerous and gets desperate and starts to rush in more, then that's when those jumping knees down the middle could pay dividends for Sandhagen. Yeah, that snap kick that he has. Corey's real good with his hands. He can stay outside and slap hooks and get outside, slap and bring him down the middle. He's got to stay long. He's got to stay active to keep him off his own rhythm. Because Merab wants to get you into his rhythm. So using your own feints, staying outside his shoulders is what he has to do, right? And if he gets taken down on the ground, not trying to play that 50-50 and try to do submissions, he's got to get right back to his feet. Even though that's going to make you tired, he's just going to win down there if he holds you down, you know?
TJ knows what he's talking about. If Corey follows through, this could be a career-changing moment for him. In another update, Jiri Prochazka is now the backup fighter for the upcoming light heavyweight title match between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira.
I love the fact that your fight is on the same card as theirs. Has there been any indication if for whatever reason, if Pereira can't fight, you know, they always have a backup fighter. I would imagine either you or Roundtree get the call. Is it you?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you'll be the backup.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that
was the deal with UFC. Yeah.
Okay.
This is wild. Jiri could be one step away from gold again if something happens. Always exciting when he's in the mix. Aljamain Sterling opened up recently. He's still not too happy with Robert Whittaker. After Aljo's first fight with Peter Yan, Rob criticized him and even said he'd get destroyed in the rematch.
I was a little salty at Whittaker at one point when he was talking about my fight with Yan, the first one. And he kind of came for me, bro. He kind of came for me. And then he was talking about the rematch, how I was pretty much going to get killed. And then he owned it like a man, though, and I respect that. He was like, I got egg on my face. And he shut me up, and I was like, okay, fair play, I appreciate that. Because even after I was saying what I was saying, all these other fighters that are professionals and watch all these fights were doubting me. But yeah, so I had a little bit of salt, and I love Robert Whittaker. And I was like, damn, bro, that hurt my heart a little bit, bro. I'm definitely a little offended by that. And normally I don't get offended because I don't give a shit. But it's like when it's someone you actually like, you're like, damn, that one kind of hits me in the left titty a little bit, you know?
That clearly stuck with Aljo. Fighters really don't forget stuff like that. Now here's something no one expected. Nate Diaz is talking about coming back to the UFC, and he's calling out Max Holloway. Last night, he posted a photo of Max holding the BMF belt on X and wrote, "This guy cool, but he keeps wearing my belt," with an angry face emoji. As many of you remember, Nate fought for that same BMF belt back in 2019 against Jorge Masvidal. He lost due to a doctor stoppage in round 3. How would Nate versus Max go down now? That's a crazy matchup. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Speaking of Jorge Masvidal, he's training hard for a UFC comeback and really wants a rematch with Colby Covington. He's pushing for it to happen on the rumored White House card. You probably remember, Jorge and Colby fought in March 2022. Colby won that one by unanimous decision. It was actually the last fight Colby won. Now Jorge is pulling out all the stops to make this rematch happen. He said, "Donald Trump was the only Republican to ever win in Miami in the last 30 years or something crazy like that. So Trump, that one favor I need. Get me on the White House card, brother. Let's go. I'll call Trump myself. I got his number on speed dial. I'll call him. I'll call my brother Marco Rubio. I'll call everybody in this town. Get me there." He added, "I want to fight on that White House card on July 4th. It will be the most American thing possible. I wouldn't mind fighting Colby. I would love to take his head off in front of the White House lawn. I don't think UFC will care to book Colby for anything, but who knows? I would love that fight." Wow, that's a bold call out. Imagine that happening on July 4th at the White House. Lastly, Tim Sylvia and Rampage Jackson had some strong words for Dana White. They're warning fighters. Don't always trust it when Dana says, "I owe you one." Tim shared a story from back when he fought Randy Couture for the heavyweight title. He was injured, but Dana told him if he pulled out, he'd get stripped of the title. If he went ahead and fought, Dana said he'd take care of him. Well, Tim fought. He lost, and he says Dana never kept that promise.
You said that you had an injury with the Randy Couture fight, and this was a big fight for the UFC and you were coming off these big wins.
We tried to pull out of it. Monty got a hold of.
I want to ask you that. So if you did try to pull out,
yeah,
before the fight,
I had 2 bulge discs, and Monty's like, look, man, Tim can even train, and Dana's like, I don't give a shit. We got a lot on this card, and he has to fight. We'll make it up to him. Just tell him when he fights, we'll take care of him.
Did he make it up to you?
If he pulls out, we're gonna find a replacement and strip him.
Did he make it up to you?
No.
Yeah, you know, that's when you remember one time earlier you said like you fought Andre Arlovsky right for a favor.
Yeah.
And then Dana did that with me after I beat Vanderlei. He wanted me to fight
Forrest?
Dean of Me, Keith Jardine.
Jardine, that's right. Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, do me a favor."
Yeah.
And he said, I owe you one, do me a favor. Then, okay, I did a favor. I was overtrained, and I fought Keith Jardine. Then I asked for a favor, and Dan was like, oh, we don't do favors.
Okay.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA. And click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one.
That's tough to hear. Promises mean a lot, especially in this game, and that's going to wrap up the news. Thanks for watching.